Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. Complex variables and transform. Welcome to the course, and this is our lecture number 4. In today's lecture, we will discuss the De Moivre's theorem of the complex plane. Now, this theorem has been named after the mathematician De Moivre who have invented this theorem, and this theorem basically supports the polar form of the complex numbers. Now, complex number. The basic definition is a complex number z that is equals to x plus iota y can be interpreted geometrically as the points x and y in the complex plane. Here, x-axis is the real axis and y-axis is the imaginary axis. So this is our complex plane. Here this line is of real axis and this is the line of the imaginary axis. Any complex number can be shown here. Like if this is a number and these are the coordinates, I'll choose the highlighter to show you now. So this number is basically lying midway between 40 and 20 are like 30. So the real part is 30 and the imaginary part is 40 iota. So this number is 30 plus 40 iota. As this number is lying on the negative side of the real part, so this is minus 20 and this is upon 10. So the value of this number is minus 20 plus 10 iota. So this is how you will show or represent graphically your complex numbers into the graphical form. Now what is magnitude or modulus of z or a modulus of a complex number? Let z is equals to x plus iota y is a complex number. The magnitude or the modulus of the z is denoted by z determinant, and that is equals to the x square imaginary part square plus y square, x square real part square plus y square imaginary part square. So z determinant or the modulus of z, that is equals to x square plus y square under root. You will take the square of the real part, then you will add it into the square of the imaginary part, and then you will take the under root. Now De Moivre's theorem. The De Moivre's theorem is the formula for raising a complex number to a nth power. Now in the polar form, if z is equals to r cos of theta plus iota sine of theta, then the De Moivre theorem says that z raised to power n is equals to r raised to power n cos n of theta plus iota sine n of theta, where n greater or equals to 1 is a positive integer. So the basic definition of the De Moivre's theorem is, when a complex number is raised to a positive integer power, then it is equals to the nth power of the magnitude of the complex number into n times angle of the complex number, and you will have this formula Zn, that is equals to r of n cos n of theta plus iota sine n of theta. But the condition is n must be a positive integer. Now using the De Moivre's theorem, write 2 into cos 20 degree plus iota sine 20 degree raised to power 3 in the standard form a plus bi. Now we will use the De Moivre's theorem. Here the value of n is 3, r is 2 and theta is 20 degrees Celsius, 20 degrees. Now using the De Moivre's theorem, you will have 2 into raised to power 3 cos 3 multiplied by 20 plus iota sine 3 multiplied by 20. It will become 8 cos of 60 plus iota sine of 60. So it will become 8 into 1 over 2 plus, here iota is missing, I'll simply write iota. Now 8 1 over 2 plus under root 3 over 2 into iota, So the final answer is 4 plus 4 iota under root 3. This is the value that we have obtained after applying the de Moivre's theorem upon this specific example. Now again we have given a numerical. The statement is 1 plus iota raised to power 5. In standard form a plus b we have to find out. Now this number is in the standard form a plus bi. First we will convert that number into the polar form to apply the de Moivre's theorem, and then we will raise it to the power of 5. Now here r is equals to the determinant of this number, which is equals to 1 square plus 1 square under root, so r is under root 2. Now theta is equals to tan inverse 1 over 1, that is equals to 1. Tan inverse 1 is upon angle of 45 degrees, which is equals to pi by 4. Here the theta is pi by 4. Now we are applying the de Moivre's theorem. Under root 2, which is r, cos pi by 4 plus iota sin pi by 4 raised to power 5. Now the power comes with r, 2 raised to power 5 cos. Now this power is multiplied by this angle 5 pi by 4 plus iota sin 5 pi by 4. So 4 into 2 under root 2 minus pi by 2 minus under root 2 by 2 minus under root 2 by 2. So the final answer is minus 4 iota. Now finding the complex roots of a complex numbers. This is basically the extensions of the de Moivre's theorem. If w is a complex number in a polar form, which is equals to r cos of theta naught plus iota sin theta naught, be a complex number, and n is greater or equals than 2, be an integer. If w is not equal to 0, we have n distant complex roots of the given question. The formula for that is z of k is equals to n into under root r cos theta naught over n plus 2 pi k over n plus iota sin theta naught over n plus 2 pi k over n, where k is equals to 0 to the power 1 less than given, which is equals to 0 to n minus 1. Now we will apply this. Find the complex fourth root of the minus 16 iota. Now first of all we will convert it into the polar form, and then we will apply this formula upon the polar form. Now polar form r is equals to 0 square plus minus 16 square, because here the real part is 0. So r is equals to 16. Theta is equals to tan inverse minus 16 over 0. So that is 3 pi by 2. How it is 3 pi by 2? Because the value is minus 16 iota. So it is basically here upon the negative side of the imaginary axis, and when we will measure the angle from x-axis to this, it will become 3 pi by 2. So that is why tan inverse minus 16 over 0 is 3 pi by 2, because at the angle, right angle or the 90-degree angle or the multiple of 90 degree like pi by 2, 3 pi by 2, 5 pi by 2, we have basically tan undefined here. Here the r is 16 and theta is 3 pi by 2. Now the polar form will become 16 cos 3 pi by 2 plus iota sin 3 pi by 2. Now we have to take the fourth root. So it is raised to the power 1 over 4. So Zn is equals to, or Z4 is equals to 16 raised to power 1 over 4 cos 3 pi by 2 multiplied by 1 over 4 plus iota sin 1 over 4 3 pi by 2. Now we will expand it to further. 16 raised to power 1 over 4 is 2 cos 3 pi, this will become cos 3 pi over 8 plus 2 pi k over 4. that was given 2 pi 2k pi over n, where n is 4. Now in our given question it will becomes 2 pi k over 4 plus iota sine 3 pi by 8 plus 2 pi k over 4. Here the values of k are changing from 0, 1, 2 and 3 because k is equals to n minus 1. So we are having 4 roots. One is at k equal to 0, second at k equal to 1, third at k equal to 3 and fourth k is equal to 3. Now first root z naught 2 into cos 3 pi by 8 plus pi into 0 over 2. Here the value is 2 into cos 3 pi by 8 plus iota sine 3 pi by 8 because this is 0. Now for z1 for k we will have 1. So the final expression is 2 into cos 7 pi by 8 plus iota sine 7 pi by 8. Similarly for z2 we will have the value of k is 2 and 3 we will have for value 3. So these are all the complex roots of the given question. Now again the De Moivre theorem says the complex number of the polar form can be raised to nth power of integer z, which is Rn is equals to cos n theta plus iota sin n theta. So this is the given question. Here is the statement 2 into cos 10 iota sin 10 into 6. Write the rectangular form of the answer. Here is in the polar form. Now as it is already in the polar form, simply we will have the De Moivre's theorem and we will apply here. So 2 raised to power 6 iota 6 into 10 iota sine 6 into 10. Now the answer is 64 cos 60 plus iota sine 60. It means it is 64 cos 61 by 2 iota sine 3 pi by 2. So 64 is multiplied in the inner of the brackets. Now the final answer is 32 plus 32 into under root 3 iota, which is basically the rectangular form of the complex number. Now the complex roots, as we have discussed in the previous slide, if w is equals to r cos of theta plus iota sine of theta be a complex number in a polar form and w is not equals to 0, then w have n complex distant complex nth roots given by the formula. The previous formula for the pi radian angle or the radian angles. Now if we have the angles in the degrees, then the formula will take the form r raised to power 1 over n cos theta plus 360 k over n plus iota sine theta plus 360 k over n, where k is equals to 0 to n minus 1. So this is again the statement of De Moivre's theorem. Now we'll have this example. Find all the complex fourth root of this statement. Here r is 81 and theta is 60 degrees. Now we have to find the fourth root. So 81 under root power 4 or raised to power 1 over 4 cos 60, the given angle, plus 360. Here k we will put 0 over 4 plus iota sine 60 360 k will put 0 over 4. So this will be the z naught, 3 into cos 15 plus iota sine 15. Now we'll have z1. For z1 here, for the k you will have 1. Similarly for z2, for k you have 2 and then 3 and so on. So that is how you will find the complex roots. Again, this is another definition of the De Moivre's theorem. If r is equals to cos of theta plus iota sine theta is a complex number, then the De Moivre theorem says that r of n is equals to cos n theta iota sine theta. So it can be written into a compact form. r cis theta raised to power n is equals to r of n cis n of theta. Now there are some general proofs of this theorem for some general values of the n, like you have square and you have the power of 3. If z is equals to r cos of theta plus iota sin of theta, then what will be z square? It will the multiplication of both the z. Now we are multiplying both of them, so r and r multiply, it will give us r square. So now cos multiply with cos square theta plus cos theta into sin theta plus sin theta into cos theta plus iota square sin square theta. So the statement becomes r square is equals to cos square of theta plus 2 into iota cos of theta sin of theta iota square sin of theta. Here iota square is equals to minus 1, so it will becomes r square cos square theta minus sin square theta plus 2 iota sin of theta cos of theta, which is the formula of cos 2 theta plus iota sin 2 theta. So we can simply say that the z square is equals to r square cos 2 of theta plus iota sin 2 of theta. From this derivation, we have basically proven the De Moivre's theorem. When z is raised to any power, then this power comes directly with the power of the modulus, and this power is multiplied with the angle inside the brackets. This is again the same. Now, what about z3? Here z is equals to r cos of theta iota sin of theta. R z square is equal to r square cos 2 theta plus iota sin 2 theta. Now we will multiply both, so it will becomes this is r cube cos 2 theta plus iota sin 2 theta cos theta sin theta. R cube is 1 r square from here and 1 r is from here. Now we will multiply these two expressions. Now cos 2 theta cos theta plus iota cos 2 theta sin theta plus iota sin 2 theta cos theta plus iota square sin 2 theta sin theta. Now it will becomes cos 2 theta cos theta, iota square become minus 1, so minus sin 2 theta sin theta plus iota cos 2 theta sin theta plus iota sin 2 theta cos theta. Here we can say that r cube is equals to cos 2 of theta cos theta minus sin 2 of theta sin theta plus iota sin 2 theta cos theta plus cos 2 theta sin theta. Now this is the formula. We can write it as cos 2 theta plus theta plus iota sin 2 theta into theta, which is basically the definition of cos 3 theta. So it will becomes r of 3 is equals to cos 3 theta plus iota sin 3 theta. Here z cube is equals to r cube cos 3 theta plus iota sin 3 theta. As we saw that z square is equals to r square cos 2 theta plus iota sin 2 theta, and z cube is equals to r cube cos 3 theta plus iota sin c theta. Similarly, z raised to power 4 is equals to r4 cos 4 theta plus iota sin 4 theta, and z5 is equals to r5 cos 5 of theta plus iota sin 5 of theta, so on. So we'll have Zn is equals to Rn cos n of theta plus iota sin n of theta, which is basically the derivation of the De Moivre's theorem, and it is very important derivation in the complex analysis. Now the power of the complex number. The power of the complex number is very horrible in the rectangular form, like a plus b raised to power n. It will continue to go on and it will expand. So the best way to expand the power when it is in the rectangular form, it is not possible to have the exact solution. So for that you need to expand it by the Pascal's trigonometric or the binomial expression. So you need an eye chart. This is a very difficult task. So when you have the power and you want to expand it, simply you will convert your rectangular components of the complex number into the polar form. Now in polar form, because of the De Moivre's theorem, it is much easier to expand the complex number. Here Zn is equals to r of n cos n of theta plus iota sin n of theta. Here you can take any of the power to find the solution. Here if z is equals to 5 cos 2 of theta plus cos 20 plus iota sin 20, so z raised to power 3 would be equals to 125 cos 60 plus iota sin of 60. Again, this is the definition of the De Moivre's theorem that we have proved here. So that is how you will apply the knowledge of the De Moivre's theorem and to solve the complex variables. Thank you so much. That was all for on the today's